So we want to welcome you all here today. Today's event is just simply about hosting and showing appreciation to our members of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service team and other stakeholders who would have ensured it was possible for our contingent to go to foreign lands, just to enjoy a nice, well-rounded, enjoyable event, to which you will hear a lot more.
Those officers who have been trained, the UN is waiting because the police officers in Trinidad and Tobago are doing the project for the first time, and therefore the rest of the Caribbean is watching and waiting, and they'll be asking for facilitators. So you have the documents, use it.
These people here, I can tell you that they flew the flag of Trinidad and Tobago extremely proud. So that if there's any consideration for how can you utilize what they would have now learned and apply that to what they were speaking about in the Public Accounts Committee when they were speaking about gender sensitivity and what you have in place. These are the people here, they know the stuff, they've been doing it, they've been trained, they adequately tooled to assist and support the executive in terms of influencing gender sensitivity, in terms of gender sensitive budgeting, the domestic violence units, and all of those areas that regular administrators may not adequately be aware of. So I think I'll take the opportunity again to recognize and thank GIA for what you would have done to ensure their participation, to recognize the team for the tenor of their participation and this excellent way in which you all would have represented your organization, and to implore that their talents be utilized in some tangible way, because they do have the talent, and it would be working with you on what you would like to achieve from the gender equity perspective and making the organization a little bit more gender sensitive in all of the areas of administration.
When this program was brought to me by Mr. Duncan was the person, he came and said, put something in writing and let us move. And we set it in motion. We left no stone unturned to make sure that we selected people from Trinidad and Tobago, men and women, and we sought to ensure that tenets of gender sensitivity were always at the front.
As I mentioned, the introduction of a domestic violence unit, but seeing what you actually showed me here, the gender-based violence, it encompasses so much more, dealing with rape, sexual assault, community violence, gender-based bullying, and emotional or psychological abuse. And what I've noticed is that on many occasions, the reason why I formed the domestic violence unit, which will be kicking off in a few weeks, I have to make sure, again, using this can help, because the persons must be properly trained to understand the sensitive nature of such reports. For far too long, we've heard persons, based on domestic violence, they go to report the incident, and sometimes they actually have reported that they felt that they were more the criminal than the victim. Exactly. And that has to change, which is why the domestic violence unit will be one whereby they will be coming to your home. You no longer need to go to the police station. It's that sensitive. And even with, the Trinidad male macho ego, many men based on domestic violence will be intimidated to actually go to a station. And strange enough, for the last 2 decades, one of my favorite television shows was SVU, the Special Victims Unit. Now, there's no such unit, in fact, in the NYPD, which I'm surprised that they don't have that, because I did my research. But you need a unit specifically to deal not just with domestic violence, but even persons based on sexual assault, gender-based bullying. Many people feel uncomfortable going there to actually report those incidents. And then what happens if the individual who is receiving the report is not properly trained to understand the sensitive nature of it, it may come out more harmful. Which is why we need to ensure that such a unit can be well established and the individuals are properly trained. And I hope through this, it will assist us in the drafting and ensuring that it is properly structured to ensure that we can minimize the problems of domestic violence in this country. When I signed the MOU with the New York Police Department, they stated that when they set the structure, domestic violence reports skyrocketed. It went off the radar because it meant many women started trusting the police service, and by trusting the police service, the reports hit high. It increased about 3 times more. But then it started decreasing because less persons now were actually committing the incidents because they know now there are consequences.
And then when you empower a male, you empower one person. But when you empower a woman, a girl or a female, you empower a nation. My experience was enriching. It was thought-provoking, but it ignited a fire in me as a WPC, who always look at things at a certain level. Now I'm ready to fly and share my experience with the world. And we want to appreciate you, and we thank you for just being on board with the UN and just sending us out there as little eagles to do what is required. Thank you.